My name is Sarah, and if I could turn back time, I'd return to the day I married Michael. I'd look that hopeful young woman in the eye and whisper, "Hold on tight. Life is going to test you in ways you can't yet imagine." Back then, everything felt like a dream. Michael was charming, confident in his small real estate firm, and had a way of making me laugh until all my worries faded away. We built our life together in a quiet suburban neighborhood just outside Denver, Colorado. Our 2 children, Emily and James, became the center of our world. Between school plays and basketball games, our days were filled with the rhythm of family life. To the outside world, we were the picture of happiness. But behind closed doors, tiny fractures were beginning to form. It started with the little things: missed dinners, late nights at the office, and Michael's phone that never seemed to stop buzzing. I tried to ignore it. Work was stressful, and I wanted to believe we were still the same couple who once whispered our dreams to each other on sleepless nights. But as weeks turned into months, a quiet distance began to grow between us. One evening, after the kids had gone to bed, I finally asked softly, "Michael, are we okay?" He looked up, startled, before forcing a smile. "Of course, Sarah, just busy with work." I wanted to believe him. I needed to, so I kissed his cheek and convinced myself I was only imagining things. But then came the night that changed everything. It was a Saturday evening, and Michael had promised to take us all out to dinner. The kids were dressed and bubbling with excitement to see their dad, but the clock kept ticking and he never came home. Emily, only 12, curled up on the couch with tears in her eyes. James, 14 and protective, muttered under his breath, "Why does he keep doing this?" My heart ached. I told them we'd order pizza and have a movie night instead, pretending everything was fine. But deep down, something heavy settled inside me. Later that night, after the kids had fallen asleep, I heard his car in the driveway. I walked to the window and saw him sitting there, smiling as he spoke on the phone. A smile I hadn't seen in a long time. It wasn't the weary smile of a man buried in work. It was the look of someone who had found joy elsewhere. My stomach turned, but I still held on to hope. Maybe it was a client, maybe it was nothing. The truth revealed itself a week later. I was folding laundry when Michael's phone buzzed on the bed. Normally, I never touched it, but something inside me told me to look. What I saw shattered me. Messages, intimate, affectionate words meant for someone else. Promises of secret weekends. Phrases that once belonged to us, now given to another woman. My hands trembled. I whispered to no one, "Please slow down. It's hurting me." It wasn't just the betrayal. It was how quickly my world fell apart. That evening, when the kids were out, I confronted him. I stood there with his phone in my hand, tears streaming down my face. "How long, Michael? How long has this been going on?" He froze, then sighed deeply, as if relieved the truth was out. "Sarah, I didn't mean for you to find out like this." My voice cracked. "Didn't mean for me to find out? You mean you didn't want me to know that my husband gave his heart to someone else?" The silence that followed was suffocating, broken only by my sobs. Finally, he whispered, "It's been a few months. I don't know how it happened." My knees gave out, and I collapsed onto the couch, clutching my chest as if I could hold my heart together. The days that followed blurred into one another. I went through the motions for the kids, making lunches, attending school events, smiling when I had to. But inside, I was drowning. I couldn't understand how the man who once promised forever could so easily betray me. Nights were the hardest. I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment, every laugh, wondering what I'd done wrong. One night, Emily tiptoed into my room. She didn't know all the details, but she knew something was broken. She climbed into bed beside me, wrapped her arms around me, and whispered, "Mom, please don't cry. We need you." That was the moment I realized I had to find strength, not just for myself, but for them. A week later, Michael and I sat down while the kids were at school. The air in the house was thick with tension. "Sarah," he began, his voice trembling, "I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. I don't want to lose you. Please, can we try to fix this?" I looked at him, torn between love and pain. "Do you even understand what you've done? To me? To us? You broke something that was supposed to be unbreakable. We talked for hours, through tears, through anger, through silence." He admitted everything, said it was over, and begged for another chance. I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to walk away and never look back,